Roger, I really appreciate you taking the time to talk. I have been concerned that you might feel upset about Nadi living with me instead of with you. I wanted to have a conversation about her. You know, Nadi captivated me from the moment I saw her. She had this effortless charm, captivating everyone on campus, from guys to professors. Her long wavy raven hair, those irresistible lips, the way her breasts moved as she walked, and her hips, always in motion. Ever seen her belly dance? It's an immediate attraction. I can understand why you've wanted her by your side. But Roger, I have to be honest with you. Nadi and I aren't just casually involved. We're in love. She wants to commit to a life with me, but I sense she's hesitant to hurt you by bringing up divorce. I'm reaching out to plead with you, to ask if you'd consider letting her go. You've been incredibly understanding about her staying with me. Our connection is intense, Roger. When we're together, there's this magnetic pull. We share deep kisses, tight embraces, and yes, we make love. She never speaks ill of you, but she confides in me that I make her feel unlike anyone else has. I don't say this to hurt you. I want you to grasp the depth of our feelings. Nadi admits she thinks of me constantly and yearns for our time together. Roger, as tough as it might be, please consider doing what's best for her and me. Letting her go. Daniel, I know Nadi has expressed her love for you, especially in intimate moments. What you might not realize is that she's felt this way for many men, both before we were married and after. You're simply the latest in a line. Nadi's like a human butterfly, exceptional in her ability to love deeply. When she's with you, that love will feel all-encompassing. But what she lacks is the capacity to love just one person indefinitely. She'll profess genuine love for you, wholeheartedly, until someone new catches her attention. There's always another allure pulling her in. She's married to me because I accept and love her while she's with me, without trying to confine her to just me. If you attempt to restrict her love to only you, that's the fastest way to lose her. My advice is to embrace the moments you have now. Instead of mourning when she moves on, hold on to the memories of the time you shared. If you're fortunate, she'll remember the good times and return to share her love with you again. But if you try to possess her, you'll likely lose her altogether. Roger, I understand your concerns, but I genuinely believe Nadi has changed. We've discussed starting a family together, and she's expressed her desire to have children. She doesn't have any kids yet and has offered to give me one if I want. However, I don't want to have a child outside of marriage. That's why I'm requesting a divorce and reassuring you that she won't take anything of material value from the marriage. You'll retain all your assets. I think she's hesitant to bring up divorce because she's worried about how you'll fare after she leaves. But the reality is she hasn't been living with you for 2 months now. So why not move forward with the divorce? You mentioned Nadi claims she doesn't have children. That's technically true from her perspective. But let me clarify. These pictures show Armin, who is 10, and Misty, who is 4, my children with her. I have sole custody of both kids, and when she spends time with them, she acts as their mother. There was an agreement that she would give me children, while I'd be their primary or sometimes sole parent. The 6-year gap between our children is because she was with other men during that time. She even had a child with another man, but she doesn't see that daughter because the father wants her back exclusively. She hasn't seen him or their daughter since he gave her that ultimatum. If you're considering having a child with her and maintaining a loving relationship, you may need to consider a similar arrangement. I don't buy it, Roger. What you're saying sounds absurd. It seems like you're just trying to scare me off with some wild story. I think you're jealous that a wonderful, beautiful woman like her wants to leave you for someone else. I'm not falling for this idea that she's incapable of being faithful. She loves me, and that's it. I'm going back to Nadi tonight and telling her to start the divorce process from you immediately. And if she doesn't agree, she will. Nadi has assured me she'll do anything to keep me happy. That's how much she loves me. Would you be open to letting me demonstrate what I'm saying before you talk to Nadi? What do you have in mind? Take her out for dinner. Let me know when and where. I'll unexpectedly join you both, and we can talk. If she expresses her desire to divorce me, I'll happily sign the papers. That's a deal. Actually, I'll have the papers prepared and ready for you to sign. At the restaurant. Roger entered the restaurant and spotted Nadi and Daniel. Nadi, lovely to see you. Roger, how delightful. Will you join us? Daniel and I were just about to order. Please, take a seat. Are you sure it's all right, Daniel? I wouldn't want to intrude. Please, Roger, join us. Do you two know each other? Just acquaintances. Well then, allow me to make the introductions. Daniel, this is my husband, Roger. Roger, meet my partner, Daniel. It's such a treat to have my two favorite men together. Roger, do you have any recent photos of the kids? You know I do. Here, take a look on my phone. This one's from Misty's birthday party, right before she playfully smudged cake on her brother's face. That was hilarious. I had such a blast. I wish I could have stayed longer, but Daniel had tickets to the play. Roger, you've done an incredible job raising the kids. I'm immensely grateful. Daniel inquired. So you're saying you're their mother? Yes, I gave birth to them, and Roger has custody. Aren't they just adorable? Absolutely, but why don't you live with them, and Roger, if you're their mother? Because I'm living with you, darling. I make sure to visit them whenever I can, right, Roger? Yes, and they cherish every moment with you, as do I. Stop, please. You're going to bring tears to my eyes. Daniel was baffled. You're married, you have kids together, and yet, Nadi, you're telling me you love me so deeply that you want to keep living with me. I don't understand. Daniel, I love you deeply. I cherish our time together, our talks, our cuddles, and, of course, our intimacy. What's hard to grasp about that? If you enjoy being with me so much, why not divorce Roger and marry me? We could co-parent the kids with Roger. Why would I do that? Roger and I have a wonderful marriage. I love him dearly. Most importantly, he comprehends me and my needs. He loves me without the confines of traditional beliefs. This idea of one man and one woman. Aren't you content with the love we shared? I was until tonight. Nadi, if you truly love me, you not only have to come home with me tonight, but you also have to agree to divorce Roger and marry me. If you love me as much as you say, you'll do what I ask. Daniel, I do love you just as much as I've said. But you don't understand my capacity to love several men deeply. Hasn't our time together been wonderful? Can't you just cherish it while you have me? Because I can't share the woman I love with other men. I love you exclusively, and I want you to feel the same way. Well, looks like you missed out on the kindergarten lessons. What? Sharing. It's a kindergarten thing. Roger, could you take me home tonight? Daniel's pushing me to do something I'm not up for. I might not want to stay with him anymore. What about dinner? Don't we have stuff at home? Of course, I've got things you love. Like your amazing shrimp salad. With loads of diced sweet pickles. Let's go. I'm famished. Daniel stumbled. But, honey, I'll swing by for my stuff when you're at work. Daniel, I'm sorry it didn't work out. I enjoyed our time together. I just can't be possessed by any one man. Roger concluded, sorry, pal. I did warn you. At the house? Kids, guess who's here to visit? Mommy. They dashed to embrace her. Oh, my darlings, I've missed you both. We missed you too, Mommy. How long will you stay this time? Before she could reply, Roger intervened. Let's not worry about that. Let's focus on making the most of our time together. After the kids were tucked in bed, Nadi asked Roger to talk. You're an incredible man. Many wouldn't allow their wife to explore love with others. I've come to appreciate more and more how unique our love is. Thank you, Roger. I truly love you. And I love you. Have you ever felt tempted to make me stay, to be faithful, and just be intimate with you? Flowers don't trap butterflies if they want them to return. I think I read that in a fortune cookie once. Let's head to bed. I've learned some new pollination techniques since I last visited.